Hello and welcome to a special short stream today. We won't take very long today since we're going to mainly be discussing my book schedule for the summer, as well as maybe a couple in the fall. We'll see. But I have a wonderful guest. Please welcome the aspiring writer.
Hello there.
Hello. How's it going? We've got it seems like we have three people watching. Please make yourself known so that we can say hi, and please ask any questions that you want about the books that are coming out.
Hello, Becca.
Hey,
Welcome.
great. All right, we got five people. Cool. So currently we have a couple of. So currently there's a couple of things. We have, of course, the one that everybody wants, Dragon Blaster, Season 1, the game that ruined our lives, coming out in in August, very end of August. It is currently available for pre-order at the moment for $6 on Amazon, and it will be coming out on August 26th. That is the current plan. And I hope you enjoy it. However, the one that's closest is the something that I've been working on for a little bit. That I've read quite a bit of it in the series, or at least like quite a bit in this particular series. Is the Battle of the Seven Suns. So we'll just talk about that one first. Before we get into other things. So the basic premise is Sitharis, a province of the Dragonlord Empire, has basically been the problem child. They've been, yeah, a little bit, has been the problem child in many respects for a lot of this province. Currently, Dragon Blaster will be getting an audiobook. That is the current plan. And so if you currently, I'm in the last stages of editing Dragon Blasters, Esther, for release on Amazon, and I will be making sure to get it in such a way that like you guys will be able to read the audiobook. I just need to get the reader to record it. I'm currently in the last stages of editing it, though. That's the current plan. So with Battle of the Seven Suns, it's basically like I was reading around. It actually kind of changed a little bit in its formation from where it started. Originally, it was going to be an orc-centric story where where a pair of orcs are kind of the main characters, or at least like one of the orcs is like a major character. And the original idea was they go on like an expedition and they lose really hardcore. And then they're forced to retreat back behind enemy lines with the princess. So, and eventually, like, kind of like, I wanted to kind of do that, and kind of it would be a tense chase book. But then I was kind of like, I'm not sure about this. But I do think that, like, it's improved quite a bit. The major thing that was the inspiration of where I decided to take it was actually The Heroes by Joe Abercrombie, where the book is basically just about this one battle that happens, and he goes into as gritty details as he can. So I decided to take that base concept and apply it to this book, where it is about this battle, and I tried to get into as much of the tactics, go into the ebb and flow, figure out as much as I could about it, and make sure that it was a well thought out and structured battle, and make sure to like set up the characters as well as best I could, and make sure to get it to the point where, okay, you're invested, you know the characters, you want to see them succeed. They're in a tight spot. We want to figure out how they'll be able to get out of it. So that's kind of the initial premise. Any questions, thoughts, or about this in terms of like how I wrote it, and what were my inspirations going into it, what changed along the way, however you want to do it.
What kind of major battles are there? Is there any naval ones?
No, this is a landlocked battle in fantasy India. Is
Fantasy India.
Yep. Yeah, essentially, yeah. Where basically like this is a cavalry v elephant battle, a cavalry and infantry v elephant battle with dragons.
You didn't even need to include the dragons, man. Cavalry versus elephants was enough to make it be like, ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like or at least like there are elephants there. Yeah, there were earlier battles in this area. I kind of like it's basically the idea of they are fighting in an area that's been very much conquered and has been suffering with civil war problems for multiple years, and mainly because they've tried doing multiple things to this province in order to make them stop. Like they tore down all the walls on the cities in order to make it so that they couldn't use them as sieging areas. They also like heavily demilitarized them. They also made it so that they couldn't nobody could use these mammoths, which are these giant elephants, in warfare, or at least like they were only allowed to be owned by the Dragon Lord military. But they've still managed to steal some and keep them safe for the upcoming battle. That's kind of that's the setting basically. The kind of it starts as this cavalry battle, and then they start bringing in the elephants.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, India is one of those places where it's like fantasy India seems redundant. It's kind of like Australia, except not quite as insane.
Uh-huh. It kind of like is a lot of like it's very jungly. They've been able to like hide in the jungle for multiple years and make sure that like it gets so that like the enemy can't get at them because they've fortified the forests.
Guerrilla tactics.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of like they've tried going into there, and like they've even like what they've done is they've like built walls surrounding the forests in order to make it so that like the enemy can't like get out, but there's still problems with the enemy like breaking through the walls or slipping through the walls.
Wouldn't barricades be better than walls? Because
Basically it is a barricade. Yeah, it's like a wooden palisade walls where they kind of just strip the forest for a few miles in, and then just build like kind of like how kind of how Caesar created walls around the city of Silesia during the Gallic Wars, or the wars in Gaul. I mean, that's kind of the idea. They've been there for a long time, and they've been trying to like make it so that they can stop this, just end this war, because they're tired and the enemy doesn't really want to engage them in diplomacy. That's kind of the main struggle that they're going up against. What other questions? Feel free to ask me any questions you guys want to about this book, or Super Shots, or about Battle of the Seven Suns, or Dragon Blaster, however you want to do it. And I'm down to hop. I'm down to hop around through each of those three books. I'll do another fall season announcement stream for the books that are coming out in the fall. Though it'll probably be somewhere around like October, November, December area of when those are going to come out. Yes, this is Hera and Narcissus. Yes.
I like how Becca knows all these, and I'm just like, what?
Yes, this is Hera and Narcissus. This is the one with them in it. Yes. I've done some reading of this a couple times.
So this is the fourth book in a series, Battle of Seven Suns?
Yep, this is the fourth book in the Dragonlord Annals. Yep. And it's not a long read. It's only like 113 pages, 40k words. It's about the same length as, say, a Narnia book, the Chronicles of Narnia.
Mm.
It's actually longer. It's actually 10,000 words longer than Lion Witch in the Wardrobe. Yeah, Lion Witch in the Wardrobe is short. It's only at 38k.
The thing is, I can't counter that.
Yeah. And also, like, Becca's like Samwise Gamgee. She's got a great memory, and she's also very smart. It's why Tarek Eric is her boyfriend.
Yes. I have a good memory too. It just happens to be very selective about what's good about.
Mm-hmm.
Names, for instance, I will forget for months on end. But something like a particular kind of food, I'll remember that for years.
Huh. Cool. Yeah. The Narnia books are really small, and this is kind of like about the same length as a Narnia book, maybe a little bit longer.
The longer the better.
Yeah, it took me about 3 months to write this, and then like a couple months, like a month or two to edit. So,
is it difficult writing what I'm going to call smaller books?
No. I don't. Maybe it's just because Samwise Gamgee is smart, and also like the fact that you're British helps, I guess. Have you ever called the series? I think that I have. I need to check. I think I've used Farron a couple times because I like that name. Sometimes with modern day stuff, I'll kind of repeat a few names since it's kind of hard to not do that. But I try to keep, at least I think I might repeat a few names in this because sometimes the names of characters, just because it's a medieval saying, will repeat. So depending on whether it's a famous character or not, who's being given a name. Well, I think that you're in a perpetual state of confusion with how Dunn's brain works, and if you gazed into the brain of Dunn, you would go mad very quickly. What other questions do y'all have? Please just anybody who's in the chat, feel free to just throw any questions at me if possible, because I want to have a dialogue with you guys as much as I can about this. Frodo Aslan. Oh, okay. We have another person in the chat in there. Please welcome His Majesty, the new Night King.
Those are my best moments.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Welcome.
Yep.
Hey.
So to anybody here, just please ask me any questions about. I know like there's a lot of history that's progressed. Like this is basically like 300 years, possibly 5. No, but I think it's somewhere around like 600 years after the start of the first book. So
Oh dang.
most of the characters that were in the first book are dead. Actually, all of the characters in the first book are now dead, including many of the dragons that were in the first book. It's kind of like the main characters that keep continuity between the books are the dragons because they live for hundreds of years.
Damn straight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of just trying to like remember, like, since there's like a lot of time jumps between books.
You know, Martin should take some inspiration from you.
Well, depends. I know I'm more prolific than Martin is.
What are the dragons
you are
like?
you are more timely.
Yes. Yes, I make sure to give myself deadlines and then keep to them.
Mm-hmm.
And like give myself enough time to cover them. I also don't go crazy.
Well, hey, being crazy is part of the job.
Okay.
Vaccinated my books for the Mary Sue virus. I've been pre-vaccinated and make sure that I don't have Mary Sue characters. That's the plan, because like if I have like characters that are too perfect, then people will just be like, this sucks.
I tend to not have them because anytime I have a character that's really good, I also have to be an absolute dick. So nobody likes them.
We all like dicks around here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But question, what are the dragons like in this series?
They are intelligent and they're able to speak.
How large are they?
They are depending on how old they are, they can get to about twice the size of an elephant.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think one of them managed to be as big as Balerion, the Black Dread. That's the biggest one. So, kind of for reference, I actually have it as my my screensaver on another computer, but not this one.
But the biggest question: do they have sunglasses?
Unfortunately, no, but they do have armor. At least one of them wears deep black armor.
Damn, they're not that cool then.
Oh, basically, like it's kind of just I have 3 books that are coming out this summer. I have The Battle of the Seven Suns. I have Dragon Blaster. Let me.
Wow.
Which is this book right here. Currently, it's available for pre-order. And that's another one. But I also have a 3rd book that's coming out. Currently Kindle is in beta reader form, so I am currently working out how it works. They're starting to come out slowly. I'm just kind of like, I don't know when it will. I'm pretty sure it'll come out at the beginning of June. But oh yeah, it is. Yeah, totally. His art looks rad, and this is the Super Shot Story 1 will be coming out chapters will be released on a weekly basis for this. So that'll be that's kind of just going to be an ongoing thing. Currently, there's 4 sections out that will be available to you when the book is released, when Kindle goes live. But until then, I'm kind of just putting out stuff. Yeah, he's great. But basically, you can ask any question relating to Dragon Blaster. And I made sure to put the art for Dragon Blaster on the thumbnail. since it's pretty dang cool. Like it's the best art ever. Basically, for those who don't know, which is probably a very small number because it's kind of the thing that you like. That kind of like it's kind of funny. I was not going to do this book, but last year I think like somewhere around like October or November, I had a stream with Lucky Jinx, and she asked me about like projects I've kind of put on the back burner, and then I talked about it, and they immediately everybody was like, "That sounds awesome." It's just, but it does this and then this, and that's a problem. Why? And kind of just, and then they started saying, like, I think like Wolf kept on going, read Dragon Blaster for Writer Showcase, read Dragon Blaster for Writer Showcase, and it's just, or like putting out memes like, we were so close to greatness when I would like not read a thing of Dragon Blaster.
Becca, Dragon Blasters, Dragon Blasters, Dragon Blasters, Dragon Blasters.
Yeah, and like I actually
I
like
hear
made
birds.
Yeah, unfortunately, my sister's bird is a pain in the behind, and I can't shut him up.
Yeah, you can.
Well, I can't shut him up in a way that wouldn't kill him.
Yeah.
Well, isn't there this trick where if you put a blanket over a bird, they just shut up?
Let me actually try that 1 second. I
Didn't you do
actually
that
tried
last
that
time?
earlier. I think I tried that earlier, but maybe like the blanket slipped off. Let me go check. Entertain the chat.
Okay.
Talk about how bad Star Wars has gotten. And
All right, go.
Ugh.
So, anyways, people, since Dunn left us behind, everybody downvote the stream immediately. Hurry before he comes back. By the order of the new Night King, I tell you to do this. Yes, we must do it. We must downvote.
Yes. We must
Everybody
mutiny
downvote.
against the master.
Yes, we must create a mutiny. Rebel.
Look at that horrible ratio. Yeah. But it's opposite.
Oh, no, nothing. It's nothing going on.
yeah. So, what questions do you guys like? Just since
How do they fuck?
Okay,
how did the dragons?
Yeah.
Well, I imagine I imagine how birds have sex.
So are they like? Do they have one gender, or do they just change on the fly?
No, they have no. They're locked. They're locked in a gender binary. There's males and females, else dragons only, and they are locked into that gender. And they also have they also mate for life. So it's almost like it's a marriage. They'll have multiple mates across their lives, but only after their previous mate dies.
Highlight that about Harper's next question.
If Bad Dragon has any accuracy.
You know, it's funny. One of my names on a different server is actually Bad Dragon's #1 customer.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You know, you just got to go with the memes.
Yeah, you gotta go with the memes.
Nothing to see here. And the likes to dislike ratio. Yep, nothing to see here. Nothing at all.
Yeah, you're review bombing me already. Dang.
Nothing. I swear to God, I have done nothing. I am totally innocent.
The Russian bots have attacked us.
That's the Russians. They did it.
Yeah.
No, it's School of Movies. They found us.
And
That or the
School of
British-
Movies
The British are now doing bots.
School of Movies is just a bunch of pathetic punces.
God damn, they were just not on topic. They were just like, well, we're gender this, gender that. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Shut
What
up.
has inspired this new hate for school? I'm saying this as if you don't hate school movies on a normal basis, but this seems new.
Yeah, wasn't Dragon Blasters like a literal meme for a while? Like you weren't even planning on actually doing anything with it?
Yeah, I kind of it was well, it became a meme after I talked about it, and just after I talked about it, it's just like I let it kind of lie for a little bit. Um
Yeah, of course you're British.
yeah. Well, no, we just barely watched a little bit of how long is Dragon Blaster? Currently Dragon Blaster is about 92 pages. It's about 50k words. That's about how long it is.
That's
It's not
super
very
rich.
long. Yeah, it's not. It's 50k words. It's not very
Do you go
long.
on long tangents about food?
No, I don't.
But how are we supposed to know their culture if we don't know how much shit they eat every minute?
I just have little bits and pieces of the fact that one of them likes pancakes. That's it. In
I guess this
at
is a
least Battle of the
fantasy
Seven
setting.
Suns. Dragon Blaster is actually not. Dragon Blaster is urban fantasy rather
Oh,
than
okay, yeah,
epic
yeah.
fantasy. So, but in Battle of the Seven Suns, you have. I don't really have that much tangenty about food. No, I I hate tangenting about food. Like I'll just
How's
say like
like the
quickly, here's
world,
food.
like the Dragon World, but lords, annals? Is there anything like world building like George's, like dead cities and shit?
Um, there's a little bit of that in book one. Kind of like if you kind of notice, there's little Easter eggs of like the original idea of this was a far future of Lord of the Rings.
Hmm.
Kind of like that was kind of the like base concept for the world building, and there's little like bits and bobs nods to it, where kind of the idea of the Numenorian Empire is basically Gondor in the far future that basically became an imperialist state.
I knew it. Tolkien, you lied.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's kind of just that idea that eventually they would tame fell beasts and use them as engines of war against other countries.
They seem to be more like Tolkien's dragons more than Fellbeast.
Well, there's kind of like two breeds. Dragons are not tamed, can't be tamed. Whereas because they're intelligent, they basically will bond with a rider. At the beginning of the Dragon Lord Annals, there aren't dragon riders. The first dragon rider is a young boy named Aemond. And
You're
yeah,
you're so original.
yeah, I don't care. I like the name Aemond. I like the name Aemond. It's similar to Edmund, but it's cooler. I just like the word Aemond. I just think it's cool.
Everybody, the hashtag uncreative.
Yeah, I don't care. Most authors are uncreative.
Yeah.
The only person that like I know of that has like super creative names is Brandon Sanderson and Mr. Martin.
Yeah, names
Let's not
are
forget Tolkien
tough.
himself.
Yeah. True.
The literal god of names and languages.
Yeah.
Fantasy
It kind of
world.
is. Carrots. I guess she's gonna poison your carrots, or just she's gonna kill you with a carrot.
She's gonna like
Mm-hmm.
in my sleep. She's gonna use the carrot as a knife in my eyeball.
Or you could do what Sleepwalkers did, where she killed a cop with a corn cob.
Right in
How
the
fuck
spine.
does that work?
It shouldn't, but it does.
Don't you remember that, White? When she stabbed a dude in the back with a corn cob and killed him.
Oh yeah, that was really retarded.
Right. Oh, two things. One, I only know that corn cob scene because of Good Mythical Morning, where they just tried to make you be like, "What do you think this scream sounds like?"
Pain.
And two, right, Becca has actually almost killed me with a carrot before. Jesus Christ. Get the carrot away from her. She can kill anyone.
Or maybe she's gonna
Are
stab.
British carrots like made out of fucking metal or something?
Or maybe she just kind of opens your mouth and just shoves it down your mouth until you suffocate. That's also a possibility.
He shoves
there
it
are
right up
many.
his ass.
We're finding many ways to kill you with the carrots.
Welcome to the announcement stream where you learn how to kill people with carrots.
Yes.
Yes, that's the secret ending to Dragon Blaster. They win by stabbing someone with a
Wow,
carrot.
what a keratin.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, life is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, life is like a box of carrots. You don't know where it's going to be shoved up.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
No.
In our defense, Becca, we're all retarded. What did you expect?
Life is like a box of chocolates. You don't know what
Yeah.
you're going to get,
Yeah.
boy.
And basically, like, basically kind of the idea was that because of some rebellions in the South, this place called Sarmatia, which is a horse-related culture, kind of like a historical Sarmatia, basically decided to rebel, and then the Numenorians just descended upon them with basically wyverns and just smashed into them and destroyed them.
Oh my god, that's so racist. White rins. Oh my god.
Wyverns?
White rins. Oh my. See? I can be social justice too. I can find meaning in nothing.
Well, they're gray. I don't know of any like races of people that are gray that aren't not on the social justice protection card.
Yeah. Does blue count?
I don't think. I think that like most of it's just to quote the song, I think like it's the only song as far as I know is like black, yellow, and brown, as far as I know. So it's like on the protection list. Everyone else is free game, I suppose.
Yeah.
They don't make any sense. And
There's a count of your different species.
is there what?
It's, it's like there's a count of your different species.
Well, they count people on the alt-right as a different species, so maybe. I don't think so.
Damn it. I can't be extremely racist then. Get
Well,
away with it.
well, you can be racist. It's just a specific kind of racist, like how Disney was racist to John Boyega and didn't know what to do with his character.
Let's be clear. A true racist knows how to be racist even when there's nothing to be racist against.
Mhm.
Oh, you mean like Hollywood and every left-winging person?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no black people? Fine, I'll just be racist to the water.
Wow, water's so like wavy and green sometimes. What a
Yeah.
piece of shit.
Yeah, we're trying not to tangent, but it's just like I need to get some questions about my books in order to like really talk.
Well, every
you know,
question will make us go on another tangent.
True. That is admittedly true. I know there was one person in the Discord, Time to Flow, who really wanted to like ask questions about Wheel of Time and talk about that. But the problem is, I'm the only one in this chat that I know of who has read it.
For the time being, that won't be the truth for too long.
Yeah, that's the hope, at least, since it is a good series and I really enjoy it. But it's gonna take a while for a lot of people to get like up to like Dragon Reborn and such, because it's a bit of a long series, and I quite enjoy it. Even though there are certain like writing problems, he goes on tangents way worse than even George R. Martin does.
Oh god.
Tangent the book.
Yeah, well, no, it's actually Tangent the book for 3 books.
Oh,
Since there's like 14 books in the series, not
I don't-
including the prequel.
Well,
Yeah.
if you're one thing I really like about like books and shit is like like because I did this with George's book. Like the one thing I really do like about fantasy settings is like going through ruined cities and shit.
Hmm. Yeah,
I
that
don't
makes
know. It's a certain appeal. Like what was that city we were talking about from Game of Thrones? That wasn't
uh
actually Valyria.
I think it was
Q something.
um
Let me look at it. It's because I posted it.
yeah, it's a ruined city. Like I don't have many ruined cities because I know there's an abandoned city in uh Dragonlord Nails, but that's only because it like the people living there just abandoned it like 3 or 4 years before the beginning of the book. And most of like the old world, the only thing that's kind of not very inhabited of late is the north, because basically in the third book, one of the dragon lords named Marielle, what her army was defeated in a really bad ambush. Basically, what happened was the it was a war between two halves of the Dragonlord Kingdom, where they'd both been independent for a long time, and now that one of them decided to go to war, and she managed. Basically, what happened was they were betrayed by one of their friends because she had gotten a better offer from somebody else. So what they did was they housed the Dragon Lord's troops in a specific neighborhood of the city, and then Mariah and her dragon Vagar came down and destroyed the entire neighborhood along with every single one of the soldiers inside, and nearly killed Thanatos and Marielle, and uh, Marielle and her dragon Thanatos. But they managed to escape, as did her brother and his dragon Catastros, and went south. She went north, he went south, and she destroyed in response, destroyed all the farmland in the north, and then accidentally killed the king's daughter. And so after that, Mariah went after her with Vagar. So, and it ended up being kind of a mutual kill, kind of similar to what happened with Damon and Aemond. I try to change it up a little bit, but it's very similar, kind of because it's hard to do like dragon tactics without going to Martin, because he's pretty much written the definitive dragon tactics for the most part, at least I think so.
Yeah, I'm in the process of making at least some geometry or something for like a ruined city. I was thinking of doing like a medieval city, kind of like a city that was like a. Well, I'm taking the inspiration for like Game of Thrones. Like it should be like in its present state, it's like in like a marsh bog was like a swampy area. There's like giant overgrown trees and like half the city is sunken and it's like I think I can better visualize it than
Describe it.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of this is like kind of theoretical. It kind of helps if you've kind of read the other books in the series, because there's a lot of history that leads up to this particular book. Especially like the second one is kind of the major place with Sitharis. It's introduced in Dragonlord Annals Book 2, Blood of the Dragon, where it's basically Aemond Darkfire's children who are the major protagonists, and especially his daughter, who's basically a Brienne of Tarth type, but she's pretty. Like she's like 6'2" and built like a tank. She has an enormous sword.
6'2". That's literally how tall I am.
Mm-hmm. You're a giant.
Like average, like not even that tall.
Hey, question. Did you write this with the impression that you would have read the previous 3 books, or did you write in a way you can understand it without reading the previous 3?
You can definitely read this book without reading the other 2. With reading the other ones, it helps to have read those books, but you can like get a lot of context. It's kind of like the restart of the books, and you do get quite a bit of context in terms of what exactly is going on, what's the history, that sort of thing. But you can read it without having read the other books. That is definitely something that is possible.
Oh, okay, that's how you do it. Yeah, waiting for more questions. If we don't, well, then we're kind of like.
What's the other book besides this and Dragon Blaster?
Do I have other?
You said 3.
Could you be? Yes, I have 3. I have this. I have Dragon Blaster, but I also have Super Shots, which
Super
is
Shots. The
basically.
superhero one.
Yep, this is my superhero book that I will be releasing weekly on Kindle Vella. Currently, it's in beta form. They are still. It hasn't been released yet. That's going to be in about a week, a little over a week, I believe, is the plan for when Kindle Vella goes live. That's not in my control. That's something else. But I'm at least putting content up there before I do that. Before it goes live, so I have some stuff already there. And I'm going to be putting out a thing weekly. Basically, how it works is the first 3 are free. Like that's just a guarantee. However, it's a 29 tokens per 100 words, 1 token per 100 words, and what's going to happen is you buy tokens, and then you use them on the books that you want to read. So that's kind of the idea behind Kindle Vella. And I really enjoyed writing this one because like it forced me to kind of like get creative. I actually like based it off of a game called I was kind of just playing a game called Legendary. I've talked a little bit about this earlier, where I kind of had the idea that this I could use some of these ideas in a story and kind of use the formatting of this as a book. So basically, I kind of just like said, okay, I can write something like this, where basically like it's a team of superheroes against a mastermind, and I just use the heroes in the game as a basis for the formatting and the characters, and would kind of formulate characters around it. But I would kind of change it around. Like, for instance, there's Captain Marvel in the game, but I decided to make it so that she's more like Superman in my world, and specifically like the black X suited Superman, because I think that looks cool, and I'm a bit of, and I just like black and silver as a color combination. But I actually like with that one. I did a lot in terms of trying to kind of figure out, okay, what are each of these characters going to look like? So what I did was I kind of just created a Pinterest board around them and kind of just used that to formulate the characters around kind of their appearance. So kind of in the end, I actually ended on this as the model for Dark Steel / Claire Stanley. That kind of ended up being the original the end model for that. For a little bit, it was actually the actress who played the Faye Ul in the Man of Steel, but then I decided to change it. and there's a lot of like analogs here and there, and I am eventually like it ended up kind of bringing a lot like original Norse mythology characters that haven't really been. Um, no, Captain Marvel is still a girl. I just changed the appearance and the color pattern. No pattern.
Feeboid.
And yep, and that's kind of the idea behind what I did with Super Shots. Sorry if this is kind of dull and boring. I apologize. I just need to kind of get the word out, make sure that people know about this, so that they can start getting it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Is
Any
the
thoughts or
hiking-
questions? Any thoughts or questions just about like just how I formulate the characters or like what I did in order to what kind of my inspirations were? Just totally feel free to. Oh, I see. He wants. Oh, I can see. You guys are planning on making out in the shower. I see.
Dunn,
She had to
you're just
know.
evil.
Hey, Becca had to know that is how we would interpret that.
Well, her and the bard are the OTP. It is gloriously wholesome, but I have to make it dirty just by virtue of how it is.
What I just want to know, broken showers, I will clarify. Okay, so question. Will you be using the rake? That's a reference nobody else is going to understand in this whole stream.
Probably not. No. Yeah, she's like clearly like yeah, she's like yeah, I think like a one. No, completely innocent. Oh, it's like broken showers. Oh, that must mean. Oh, does Tarek have a? Is Tarek Tarek suffer from an erectile disorder? Please dish.
Oh my.
we love you, Becca. Don't ever leave us.
Is it metaphorical? I guess.
Oh my.
I think she's either dying laughing or blushing in mortification because she's not responded yet.
That
Or
or she's getting the carrot. And I'm not going to be the only one dying.
Oh, undoubtedly. Like, she's definitely going to murder me.
Yeah, that texture looks pretty good.
Yeah.
How does YouTube not ban when you're streamed?
I don't
Let me
know.
actually. I think it might have blocked her comment by accident.
Did it?
Let's actually see. I'll check.
No, the
Because
last
sometimes-
thing is the last. Wait, nope, she texted. hey, the bard likes what we say.
That's funny.
He himself joins us in this.
Horrifying.
Oh, I see it now. I'm trying to formulate the correct words to threaten you to leave poor Bart.
He likes this. It's funny.
Yeah, like he was totally talking about how sometimes you just wanna like the girl to dig in, so you grab a rake.
Yeah, he suggested the rake, not us. I suggested the fork.
Yay!
Welcome to the stream, White.
Welcome to hell.
Hell's gonna be tomorrow, I would believe.
Yeah.
Well, hell no. Well, tomorrow we're talking about Terminator and Terminator 2.
That was A New Hope tomorrow.
No. I think like something about Tuesday is just not working for people's schedules, so I'll have to change it. But that's fine because like Neff had to call out. Oh.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm sure. I'm so sure.
Yes.
No, I like New Hope mostly. I mostly just find it kind of like serviceable. It's a serviceable if it's a good opening to the world, but there's not really much to engage me because like I'm there for the lightsabers and the Jedi, not the like kind of okay space battles.
Well, I'm not sure if I'd call the space battle okay. Just like they have space battles. There's nothing special about them.
Yeah, and there's kind of better space battles been done since A New Hope, but it still stands out as like a good opener for the series. I'm probably going to get killed for saying
Yeah, most
that.
likely.
Yeah. Howdy, Space Junk. We are premiering your beautiful art on uh on here. It is
Actually, I
please
think that
all
might
credit for
almost.
Space Junk. All
Yes.
credit to Space Junk. It
Remind me
this-
to kidnap space for my own stuff eventually.
Yeah.
well, I know that he gives good rates for if you want to like engage his services. He's very reasonable in how he prices you, which is great. Which works great for me.
Yay.
EA Sports. It's in the microtransaction.
You buy a book and you're like, to do purchase the cover of this book, you must pay $5.
Wasn't that cheap, but it was very, very affordable as opposed to most other books published. I imagine like a lot of other publishing places would like cost like or cover artists would cost a lot more than Space charged me, but Space is a good chap. Yes, throw money at Space, please. Make it rain on Space.
Oh, I can feel it already. Fucking thing, load up. Alright, comments.
Is Balerion
Are
going to be
you
able
backing
to talk
I don't know. I don't know actually.
It's almost an hour.
No, I do not know. Should be, I guess. Becca is always Beccaing. It's kind of like her thing.
I beckon you to think about your question again.
Is it funny that I actually went to check and see if ducking is a real word?
Until what? If what is a real word?
Becking. I went to check if becking is actually a real word.
I know necking is a real word.
Yeah.
Which I imagine the bard and her do a whole lot.
Oh my.
He's probably very, very good at it.
Where is Tarek right now?
I think that the poor guy is the lucky guy is at work.
He's the poor guy until he comes back home.
Yeah. Well, he's lucky until he gets to chat with his lady love, who apparently is the best thing in his life. I've his words, not mine. So
Just... Hey, Becca, it's a compliment. Accept the compliment.
Yeah.
well,
You know, just
you're
do
cool,
this thing.
but you're not my girlfriend. So I think that you would go nuts if you were my girlfriend because I think that I would just go nuts, drive you insane.
I think you need someone who can reciprocate what you give.
Indeed.
Becca and Tarek's relationship stop making me jealous. I need a relationship, damn it.
Damn.
Oh.
Now you see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of interesting to kind of like your work is now out there. It was kind of bland. They haven't gotten to the worst bits yet. I know they went on like a tangent, like indifference towards like indifference in fandom and how that relates to indifference towards racial issues as the first like 6 or 7 minutes.
I just want to make clear that sentence was enough to make my body just start to slowly die.
Don't worry, it gets better.
No, it doesn't. You're lying.
Expectations subverted. Wasn't it great that your expectations were subverted? That's like the important thing.
Back to Archer, just Chinese imitations of Nathan.
That's not even the funniest thing. Go, look a little higher.
Yes, Dunn, you would. I'm not that bad. Part of this is a persona, though most of it's not.
I'm pretty sure the Hori factor is not a persona.
Hori? Last time I checked, I wasn't a sex worker.
Well, you certainly make enough sex jokes, and I'm pretty sure there's a woman out there who will love that.
Where are we even going for anymore?
I wouldn't mind something like that myself.
Fight.
No, don't. Becca will win. We both know this. She is prepared.
Yeah, she has a shard blade, and she's prepped and ready to neuter whatever person comes up against her.
Yeah, just by thinking about it makes me sneeze.
She kills with carrots and she stuns with sneezes.
She's got, you know how like the Hulk has a thunderclap mechanic in his power repertoire. Becca has a thunder sneeze.
Damn it, she did it again.
It's like whenever Becca sneezes, she makes whoever she wants to sneeze as well.
I know, she's quite contagious.
She's manipulating connection for that.
Oh my god.
Like, the fact that you even ask why shows how little you understand. There is no why. We don't know why we're doing this ourselves.
I haven't seen it. Huh. Sneezes. Because I can't resist. Just...
It's like asking why birds fly.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I did not expect that.
Well, I have that clip specifically for that purpose.
You have it in your arsenal?
Yes,
Just for when you do this to Becca.
No, I have it in my arsenal for when I make a terrible joke and people get angry about it, and I just say, sorry, I couldn't resist.
You make so many bad jokes and people get mad at you so much that you just had to have that on hand.
Pretty much, yeah.
I love that.
Pretty much, yeah. I seem to have broken people.
This would not be the first time.
Well, I think like the main thing that broke people yesterday was Transformers 2. Just like saying, no, this is all the images of the terrible things in Transformers 2 that are representative of the awful humor, like the dogs having sex twice.
Yeah, Tarek had fun with that last I remember.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that, like, it was just really, like, it was just torment going through that second movie. Like the first movie was kind of just, it's cringy, but it's like
Meh.
but it's only like it's kind of an understandable type of cringe as opposed to the horrifically baffling and awful cringe in the second movie. Like,
I
now Bard got it. How is he going to fix you by by inserting a specific piece into an open slot?
the second it's like I just look at that comment she makes and I'm like, huh, how is this one gonna go? Because like you're baiting at this point, Becca. You know what's gonna happen. It's basically human nature now.
Well, not human nature. It's Dunster's nature.
Okay, I'm now like imagining this story where Becca is like what's that stupid wooden doll that used to lie a lot story? I can't believe I'm forgetting this. The classic lies got longer nose story.
You're getting less and less creative at this point.
Yeah, she's not wrong with that, but what's that character's name again?
What character's name?
The wooden doll gets a longer nose the more he lies.
Pinocchio.
Okay, I don't know why I forgot that. I'm imagining Becca's like Pinocchio, just this wooden doll in pieces, and that Tarek has to put her together, and it's like a love story of the two, one wooden doll and one human getting together. I don't know why.
No comment.
Possibly. That's actually a good possibility. Now that I think about it.
That Becca's just made out of wood.
I don't think so. I think that Tarek like finds her like fleshy enough.
You could use a different kind of wood.
Dunn really fell off the deep end.
So, Becca, remember that selective memory thing I mentioned earlier?
Though that was weirdly wholesome. Aw, thanks.
You're welcome. I have my own brand of weirdness that happens to, for some reason, straddle the line between wholesome and not wholesome.
That was not how I done. What can I say except you're welcome to the tides, the sun, the sky. Hey, it's okay. You're welcome.
No.
Dunn's drunk at this point.
I actually don't. I don't imbibe alcohol, so.
Okay, you're just naturally drunk, Dunn. You don't need the alcohol to help. But yeah, I will say this.
Imagine me drunk. I think that's a horrifying thought. A lot of people would. I think at least Becca would be like, that is a horrifying thought. Don't allow him near alcohol ever.
Yeah, same should probably go to me. I don't know what the fuck I would do. I've done stupid things just when I'm on a sugar high. I can't imagine what me being drunk would end up doing.
Yeah, I would probably make a whole lot of comments about I don't imagine either of you have heard of the therapeutic practice called being sugar butted.
What's sugar butted?
Oh.
Basically, what happens is somebody massages your butt and just put sugar on it as a way of softening it up.
That sounds so weird, and I'm only
I do. So Dragon Blaster Sentai team. Could you clarify? Sentai team. Basically, there's a 4-man. It's a 6-man band. Well, 6-person band. We have to be PC in here somewhat.
Yes, PC's master race.
Yeah. PC for life. No, this Xbox crap. We must follow along the example of our Lord and Savior Henry Cavill,
Yes.
because Henry Cavill is God incarnate.
And don't you frickin' forget it.
And if you do, you get what you frickin' deserve.
A bluey.
Henry Cavill does look quite nice.
Yeah, he's a Chad amongst men, and
But-
he's the chaddest Chad ever Chad.
Yeah, but is he better with or without the beard?
I think he looks better with the beard, without the beard, honestly.
Hmm. I don't know. I can't decide between the two. I have the weird thing where it's like I think beards are cool. I just don't think they're attractive.
Ah, speaking of lovely horny bards, we have our friend here.
Here's to the bard and I'm calling me plum. Here's to the beast and the rest of you scum. The cage is knocked in and the town is aflame, and it's ours for the taking, though you get the fame.
Heard you boys were talking shit, so a man decided to step in.
Yeah, I'm right.
Oh, Becca, you want a quote? I'll give you a better one. Henry Cavill is a sex machine, and boy, I would love to get on with that. He's only second to The Rock in sex appeal for me. Because The Rock's great. Put that in a quote.
I quite like The Rock. I agree. The
Sure.
Rock is great.
Truth be told, I don't know how long I have, if I'm going to be able to stay on for the whole thing, but I've got, if I got some free time, I got some time to shit post.
Hey,
Well, it's
we're
mainly
glad
like
you're here
we're
for 5
probably-
minutes.
We're probably going to be. I don't know how long we'll go, since it seems like the interest in the chat is kind of waning, and I want to make sure that it's not terribly long, so that everybody who wants to, has the opportunity to who wants to know about Dragon Blaster can know about Dragon Blaster, because I know that you guys really wanted me to do this, and I'm just saying, you have it. It is up and ready for your consumption if you desire it.
Excellent.
For pre-order.
Honestly, you should rename the stream to include what you have already, as well as just also these idiots shit posting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because why not? Why not? We're all friends here. We're all
I would
friends
hope
here,
so.
though at least I don't know how friendly Becca is after I made so many crass jokes about her talk with Tarek about broken showers being a metaphor for another broken appendage.
I press one. I think Becca kind of has it simple with you, where she's gonna kill you no matter what. I don't know if she has sided with me, where she's debating. Okay, he's bad, but he's also good. Should I kill him or should I just torture him?
You're all going to fucking die.
You cannot kill what is already dead.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's true.
I've seen Power Rangers. Yeah.
So, Dunn.
Warning.
Done. So Dragon Blasters is out, but when is the Netflix series coming out?
It's
Yeah.
actually not out yet. It's available. Dragon Blasters isn't out yet. I'm in the final stages of editing it, and I'm just putting it up for pre-order so that people know about it. And
Well,
so
that
it's
still
time to
doesn't
go.
answer the question. When's the inevitable Netflix series? Or are you selling out to Amazon Prime?
I haven't been given any offers, so especially not on a book that's not out, because I'm not David Benioff. I don't have a rich daddy giving me connections to Hollywood.
You don't have that kind of pull.
No.
I'm just gonna say this. Shad got a fucking movie for his first book. You can definitely get a Netflix series. Go do it, mate.
Well, I honestly don't think that's honestly possible, because I don't have the audience that Shad did when he started his YouTube, when he published his first book.
Yes, but his book is bad. Yours was probably not going to be that bad, I would hope.
Wait,
Really?
was
You
his
didn't-
book bad?
I
Oh,
actually
it
quite-
is.
Why is
I
it
will
bad?
review it, and it the ending is ugh.
Why?
His sword turns into a fucking laser out of the blue.
Well, he just puts them. All he does is just applies the regular magic to it.
Not really. The thing is, I think he attempted to put connections to like the magic system there, but I don't think he did enough to make this be like a logical conclusion where it's like you can bond light to the sword that gives it magical abilities. You did not ever make it clear it would turn into a laser that would cut an island in half.
Well, he just does a lot of magic and just nearly kills himself, so that makes sense to me at least.
The killing part, yes. What the magic ends up doing is not.
Oh. Well.
I'll do a review on this. I don't know. I need to get started on that script, but I am going to do like part reviews on the book because it shows his incompetency in certain areas of writing and where he needs to work on.
Excellent, excellent. All I'm hearing is that the competition is weak. This should get me a foothold somewhere.
Yes. Well, I will be joining the competition soon, so you will not be having weak competition for too long. Also, you have Dunn to keep you company.
Yeah.
Yes, Dunn shall be a worthy opponent.
Our
Until I
battle will be
hit him with
legendary.
until I hit him with a shovel.
Well, Becca's already going to do that for all the trash talk I've done, so.
Oh, excellent. That means there won't be my fingerprints on the shovel.
Yay.
Your baby take the fall? Oh, you monster.
Listen. Money talks, and I have a lot of it. You can also bribe. Just saying.
So she's. Oh, are you saying Becca can be bought with money? If so,
No, I'm saying the court. I'm saying the courts can when I respond with what shovel.
Let me be somewhat clear here. Don't kill me. I had a funnier comment to make, and I just think it just escaped from my brain.
Sounds like your entire brain left.
Oh, I remember now. Derek, you can't arrest Becca. It's like in that John Wick scene where the police officer is like, "You working again?" to John Wick. It's like that's gonna be the police to Becca. It's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna leave.
Oh, she's British. She's good. She's fine. Not our jurisdiction.
Hey, he's not framing you. He's just gonna let you take the fall for the killing. Because of the two of you, they're not going to
They'll be
arrest
more
you.
lenient on her than they will ever be on me.
Yeah,
Yes.
because she's a whammon, and whammon are immune to being arrested.
Exactly.
She'll do the little like doe eyes, and then she will confuse them by making herself seem both adorable as well as terrifying.
It all started with a look. That damn look. Man, I came out of that fucking gate running. You have to admit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he did. How far are you in your book, by the way, Tarek?
I finished. I'm a third of the way done now, barring edits. So the narrative is a third of the way done finally. So I'm hoping to have it done by maybe this year. It's hopeful, but probably within the next year and a half.
Oh, nice.
Hold on, guys. I gotta go away for a few minutes.
Oh, go for it. Go for it. Alrighty.
I feel like we're more insane today for some reason.
Well, we don't have a topic, and we're kind of like more freeform, so I think that is part of it.
I guess.
Well,
There's not much to say about super shots. It's pretty explanatory.
Yeah. Kind of the idea that it kind of started with was kind of like, what kind of could I do with the superhero genre? Because kind of one of the things that I've noticed about it is kind of like the genre is kind of like they want more aspirational heroes is kind of the thing that kind of is one of the problems, as well as like there aren't very many like logical plots anymore. That's frustrating.
Yeah.
Hey, Dunk, I apologize. The plumber is actually here, so I got to bail. But I do want to tell you personally, congratulations. I wish you the very biggest of success, and I hope everything you put out does very well.
Oh, I hope so too. And
No snark, no sarcasm, none of my usual shit. I genuinely hope for the best of your success.
oh, and I
Yeah.
hope for yours. I hope for success with yours as well.
Thank you. I gotta bail, guys. It's been a great 10 minutes.
Yes,
Alright.
thanks for those 10 minutes.
Welcome to this, my friend.
So inspirational.
Talk to you guys later.
Yeah. Damn, look what you did then. You just chased them off. Wow.
Well, no, it was the plumber that chased him off.
Damn it, Mario.
Well, yes, all of us can be a wholesome boy when we try, Becca. Even Dunn can, if he tries.
Stories are better that are grim dark. Depends on the story. This one,
Who has the
super
best
sad.
story then? Bran the Broken.
No, David Benioff has the best story because he has a Mary Sue. He's a Mary Sue.
Oh, yeah.
He can do all of these terrible things, and yet everybody likes him, at least around him, or at least doesn't talk about how much they hate him. Yep. So I think we'll actually we'll conclude it there. If nobody has anybody has any questions about the books, just tell me. Just put it in the chat. We'll go for another 6 minutes or so, and then we'll call it good there.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm just wondering what this Kindavella thing is. I've never heard of it.
It's actually a new thing. Basically, how it works is you create an episode and you put a word count in. The maximum is 5,000 words. And
Oh god, there's a maximum?
but basically, what happens is it's designed to allow you to weekly release stories, or partially it's do serialized storytelling, where you put something out and then you just let people read it, and they can buy tokens, which are like, I think like a package of. Let me actually they're kind of like introducing a new option. So the readers can interact with the story like this. So kind of the idea is that you buy tokens, 200 tokens for $1.99, and it's like it's 1 token per 100 words that you can put out.
So, how much do you make per purchase?
So I think like you buy like a set of like 200 for cheap initially, and you can buy like 1,700 for
And then they use the tokens for your chapter.
Yep. The first 3 chapters are free, and you earn 50% of what readers spend on tokens that are used to unlock your stories. And it's determined by your word count of 1 token per 100 words. So 30 tokens, you get like 14 cents. Hence for 200 tokens. So that's kind of the idea behind it. I actually do most of my own proofreading to make sure, because kind of from what I've found, people don't necessarily have a lot of time. So I have to do most of the work myself. But I do make sure that like there's no like spelling errors or stuff, because Google Docs is pretty good at like checking your spelling errors for you.
Yeah. Speaking of Google Docs, has anyone ever heard of this thing where Google Docs can like take the right to whatever you type in it?
That sounds like a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, my friend has said this multiple times, and he uses this as like why he never uses Google Docs. I'm like, I've never heard of this, and I think if this was such a big risk, I would hear of it.
Yeah, that honestly sounds like a conspiracy theory. Like, kind of like that anything relating to the vaccine kind of just sounds like a conspiracy theory to me, just because like I disregard most anti-vaxxer rhetoric as stupid, stupid and without validity. Just over to the fact that I don't trust any anti-vaxxers. Yeah, well, I think that's I think that yeah, that kind of seems like it's the case with George R. R. Martin in places. I think Joe Abercrombie kind of fixes it by the fact that his characters are really well drawn, and it's also his books are darkly hilarious. I think that's a big reason. Like, it seems like people didn't really connect well with Red Country, his Western, medieval fantasy Western. I liked it, but definitely it was his weakest book. At least I thought so.
Yeah.
So, but that's kind of the idea of Super Shots. The main character is a guy named Ricky Jones, who is basically just been in the middle of an explosion, a small nuclear explosion in the center of Salt Lake City, and he has to go on trial for lots of property damage because he went a little bit nuts when he turned into a giant blue reptilian rage monster.
Okay, space junk. Word of advice: don't use the Google Docs spell checker. Get Grammarly. Granted, Grammarly is not perfect, but it's still decent compared to Google Docs.
Yeah, I think part of it is just like the language. It's automatically queued for what is it?
English.
Yeah, it's automatically queued for English.
Okay, one of us forgot who the fuck Pinocchio was, and the other person then proceeded to forget English. A disease is spreading. We need to solve this.
We are clearly in a state of terror.
We live in a society, Dunn.
Indeed, we live in a society, don't we?
Yes.
Society where honor is a distant memory.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Batman?
Here's a bit.
That's kind of the idea of Kindle Vella. If you guys want to take a look at my stuff, the first 3 chapters should be available against the murder couple. Yeah. Well, we will actually call that good for today. Thank you all for coming. Thank you to my guests. Please, the links to the books will be in the description below. And we will see you later. Bye.
Ciao.